20 minutes or so, just going over some systems that will help you kind of move yourself around in the business and kind of learn a little bit here at the Fierce Life Shaklee team. The first thing you're going to need to do is to download an app, and it's called Shout. And I'm going to send you a link here. If you're watching, I'm recording. The person that invited you into the team and sponsored you is going to send you a link to have you join the Shout app. Once you do that, it's going to automatically, when you click on that community link, it's going to automatically send you into some chat groups, and it's going to be a little bit confusing. So what I thought I would do is I thought we would go ahead, and I'm going to try to share my screen here, see if I can get into the Shout app, and then I can kind of show you kind of what's going on. So let me start a broadcast here, and we'll just kind of go into the Shout app so that you can see. This is my telephone, and I've always found the easiest way to do that is on your actual cell phone to train, because it looks pretty much like what we have going on. So I'm going to try to get on to Shout here. I've been having some issues this morning. And so what is Shout? Shout is a free community app that is free of spam. It's free of spam, and it's also free of all kinds of pornography and people trying to call you in the middle of the night. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, especially with WhatsApp. And it's a lot more organized than you would say WhatsApp or a Facebook group, in the sense that you have to scroll down and search. And it can be very, very hard to do that. So as my phone continues to try to do this, let's hope here we can verify it. And so what you're seeing here is when you're first going into the Shout app, that's what you're going to find. You're going to have to verify yourself. And now you're going to see me here into the Shout app. And so what's amazing here is that Shout has a bunch of features. And so let's just go through it step by step. So most of the people that are brand new have no clue. And so those of us that are maybe just a little tiny bit ahead of them, maybe some of us lots, maybe some of us not so much, with technology is not your friend. This is simple. Inside the Shout app, you're going to have a couple of things that you can look at. There's a house at the bottom. We're going to just take these things right here at the bottom first. Okay, so you'll see there's a house, there's an envelope, and there's a person. Then the other thing you're going to see here is at the top. And at the top of each category, you're going to see all group chats, DMs. DMs stand for direct messages. So there you are. You're an expert in Shout already. Is that amazing? You guys give yourself a thumbs up, right? All right, so let's go to the simple part. Home is home, right? It's everything all in one. It's as if you walked in your house, and it can be very confusing. It will show you group chats. You can see that they're in the top field, but it'll only show you recent ones you've been in, or a maximum of 4 or 5. So if you're saying, gosh, I can't find the chat, that's probably why. As our team continues to grow and advance, we have specialized chats for different promotions and rank advancement levels and leadership and all kinds of congratulatory things and promotions. And so chats can get exhaustive. You can see here that I have a few showing, but in order to show all of them, I'm going to go to the bottom screen, and I'm going to click onto the envelope. The envelope is messaging. And at the top, then what you see is all, which will show me everything that I need to read inside chats, everything I need to read inside direct messages. Gosh, again, it's super confusing. So I always go to the envelope, and then I click group chats. This is now going to show me every single chat that I am participating in inside of the Shout app. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because the person who sent you the link is going to find it right here inside what we call the Fierce Life Team Chat. This is the only chat inside Shout that has a ton of information in it. And so you want to make sure that you see this chat. There's all kinds of announcements and all kinds of things and postings and people talking to each other and communicating in our community. And here inside that team chat, you're going to see things like conversation, info, and then you see a little button there called links. That's the important one, because that is where all the magic happens, and my husband had nothing to do with it. Here you're going to see there's a bunch of links in here, and these are shortcut links. And so if you're an established team member here at the Fierce Life Shaklee and you have a new person that needs to get in Shout, you see here it says Shout invite link. Shout invite link. Super simple. Just like Gail was saying, you just click on the upper left-hand corner and it's telling me it's my own link. But if it isn't me, it's going to copy that link. And then I can literally just go into a text message, and I can literally, you know, my poor husband, he always gets a couple cool things, and I'm going to paste this here for him and say, here's the shout out. Okay, so that's what's going to make it super simple for everyone. Super, super simple for everyone to get inside Shout. It's very, very simple. All they have to do is click that link, and they're inside all of our team chats. So inside the Fierce Life Shaklee team chat, there's also a ton of links in here. Everything that Gail was talking about is housed in this specific chat. If you need to get started and you're brand new, we're going over a new system, and it's called Getting Started. You can click that link. Then we have the team landing page. This is a web URL, meaning that you don't have to have Shout to be able to share this with a friend or a prospect. But what's amazing is that it doesn't cost you anything to house it. And so if you were to just click on the team landing page and go to that link, you can literally see here our wonderful landing page that is for prospects. Now, this was born out of popular demand. This has, you know, a 2-minute video on what is Shaklee, kind of a sizzle video. And then down there, it has our opportunity calling. And so this has some things on the opportunity itself and some short videos that you can go and watch about that.
They say seize the day.
And so that's amazing things, right? It also has why Shaklee products, and it goes through things. So if I was going to be sending somebody some information, I might tell them, hey, and I would screenshot this just like Gail's saying, and I would say, watch this video first. This would just pique their interest. This is in the connection part of what Peggy was saying. Just go ahead and pique their interest and see what they think of the 2-minute video. That'll get them started. Or maybe they're into the products, and you can go down here and say, well, here, if I send you a link to a catalog, would you take a peek? You can then highlight that right there, and then you can send this picture to anyone for an approach there. That's why these systems exist. And then here is the opportunity share with Sarah and Amy, who's our founder here at the Fierce Life. If you need compensation plan details, it's all here for your prospect. It's designed to be very simple, one-stop shop. It's designed for the simple person who's looking at products all the way to the massive networker, influencer with thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers that's looking for the meat and potatoes of what can I make here at Shaklee. There's 3 ways to get started and loyalty rewards, and it goes right through there and does what's called a follow-up or a mini close right for you. So anyone like me is going to skip down to those types of things. And so I wanted to take a minute and go over that because I feel like that is super, super important. And that is literally inside your Shout app in the link section. It's called Team Landing Page. This is something that's super simple. When someone says, what is it? You're on, right? And there's scripts for that. Gail has given awesome examples of scripts, and we have some in here, and I'm sure we'll be expanding. The other thing is, once you get into Shout, and that's for all of us existing brand ambassadors here at Shaklee, you're going to want to launch your business. You're going to want to go through the onboarding process, your 7-day launch. This is a go at your pace. It comes every day, and there's also a version for those of us who are detail-oriented that want the whole meat and potatoes right off the top. Okay, so what do I do when I have a new person? I'm going to send them the Shout invite link, okay, and have them get into Shout. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to send them the Get Started. Get Started is something that's going to show them how to get ready. There's a little video here on how do I use Shout and how do I download it. And then it's going to give the links right here so that they can actually go into this page and download it. So you only have to get them into Shout and send them the Let's Getting Started link. These are 2 links that you can save into your phone as a note or save them on your phone screen for easy access. This way I know step 1, get them into Shout. Step 2, send them the Get Started link. And so this gives them the beginning of how do I download Shout? If they have issues, they can connect and we can help them. The other thing is that they're going to start a 7-day launch campaign once they get into Shout. This is a self-serve menu, and they can click this link right here. Okay, this is going to get them into the system and into the launch. And then, you know, it talks a little bit about a welcome, about stay connected and reach out for help. Okay, so that's the Getting Started link, and that's right there at the top there. So Shout, invite link, and then Getting Started. Now, for those of us who are in and established, you're going to want to do something really cool today. At the top of the home button and then the message button, we went through all in group chats. Let's go into direct messages. Direct messages. These are DMs, okay? DMs. And I'm going to hit the plus sign and I'm going to send a message to Amy Dunlap. I'm going to find Amy here. And I can't probably send it to myself. All right, you guys, so you're going to have to go in here to your direct messages inside of Shout. You're going to go and send a direct message to Amy Dunlap. And the word to trigger your 7-day launch is called launch. Launch. And so for those who are not brand new coming into Shout, because if you're brand new, it's going to automatically launch it. But for those of us who are still trying to figure it out and need to launch our business for onboarding, this is the step that we're going to want to go into our direct messages and send the word launch to Amy Dunlap. What happens then is it's going to launch what we call the 7-day launch campaign. Now, if you're like me and you don't want to wait 7 days, we do have a condensed version. And so you can actually go into the link section and you can get that there as well. And so let's talk a little bit about what's in the condensed version. Let me stop my screen share here for a second. Let me go into the condensed version and just show you what that looks like. This is for someone, and you know, I will probably put this as a note in my telephone as well, because I know that people want to see the condensed version, right? So let's go back now and I'll share my screen again. And I'm just going to go over the condensed version. This is the fast track to business setup. And so everyone has access to this. And we recommend that people go through it daily, right? So it's not overwhelming, because each day has a different piece to onboarding, including how do we earn money, which we're going to hear about later on today, and some other things. But here's the condensed version. Getting started recap for day 1 would tell you to download the Shout app and create your free account and enable push notifications. If they were to click here at this link, it's going to take them to the getting started part, okay? This right here goes back through the getting started. The day 1 recap is to download all your apps and go through getting things. Here's Amy's wonderful message as the founder to our team and setting up your business. No longer do you have to send them to an email or anything. They can just simply go here, download the 2 apps that they need. And then here's a quick video on how to set up their website and how to share their link. So those are the pieces that people need, right? And we can get with them to have them set up storefronts and things like that one-on-one as sponsors. But this is even if they want to do it at 11 o'clock at night, like when I have free time, is usually at 11 o'clock at night. And the next thing is to get a boost. So this is to begin to draw attention to your social media platforms, right? Simple system, really easy in the sense that you're just going to not say, hey, I'm doing Shaklee, but it's going to give you some engaging posts that you can just put on your social media to begin to put up some questions like, hey, what are your best weight loss tips? And people will respond. Or, my gosh, I get more responses to post the 7th photo from your cell phone here. And that just gives engagement. We want to begin to show engagement. And after your post, it's going to give you some ideas on how to follow up. There's also starting some conversations. This is all to begin the precursor to begin to launching your business and using what we call the DMO, which is the daily method of operation. The next step then for the first day is to set a goal financially. Think about, well, why am I here financially and what would I like to earn? And to set up your roadmap call immediately with your upline sponsor or above. And so that is super simple. And then you've completed day 1. So isn't that awesome? And you can also go click here for the condensed version. Okay, so on day 2, you can see it goes to the DMO and how to book your perfect start and your perfect 7. So for those of you taking notes, if someone needs to know, well, how do I do the perfect start? Tell them go to day 2 in the launch campaign and all the information's there. It gives them a recap talking about your why and this, but they really want to go here. And this is what the daily launch has for them. It has Amy talking again about the daily method of operation, and that shares it, and then talking about your why and why that's important and how that's going to see you through. Now, the first part of the perfect start is called the perfect 7. And here's Amy sharing about that, which is fabulous. I don't even have to explain it. I can say, go here, click on this amazing video. Amy will tell you all about it. And we have invite scripts right here. Again, like Gail was saying, these are voice texts. These are not text, but these are voice memos that are actually sharing your voice. The second part of the perfect start then would be the launch event, and there's some information. And there's some additional scripts ideas here, and that's where you're going to find the stuff regarding the stud and stuff like that. So that is day 2, you guys. Day 3 is really just sharing your story online. Right? So this is where it's going to talk about announcing your business. It's going to talk about pictures and this and that and what that can look like, but it's also going to say, be bold and maybe do a live, right? And you can go on to the pages and see some of your friends and ambassadors and what they've done for lives. Ask them for help. They'd be wonderful. So that's why it says here, connect with your upline sponsor, because they can help you go through these things. Yes, it will feel awkward and etc., but this will get your business started. Now, day 4, starting on day 4, there's going to be little simple tips for your team. It's getting social. It's introducing again the DMO, talking about products, giving you some story flows and ideas into posting and to be able to do that, and talking about following up and things like that. There's also a video here which will be fixed. It's called Let's Talk About How to Make Money. And that's going to be our wonderful trainer today, Ben Stevenson, that's talking and sharing about the comp plan. And so that's going to give you an overview of how you make money here. It's just another layer that you can add to their daily training. And so on and so forth. You guys get it, right? So on day 5, again, the DMO, have we figured out that's a daily action that you can do before you get out of bed, right? When you're scrolling in the morning, when you're turning off your alarm and your eyes are foggy, you can do the DMO. And so here's now talking about doing a live and what that would look like, and some tips on how to go live, and some additional posting ideas and graphics. And so that's really amazing. Then we have day 6, again, the DMO, surprise, surprise. But it's talking about a way to share maybe that isn't a live for people who are more timid. And so again, these are posting ideas to help you launch your business, and talking about sharing Meology, how to introduce your quiz, because remember, every time you share a Meology quiz, the app tracks who responds to that. And so that's a great way to engage folks that aren't going to comment, but they might do the Meology quiz. Again, it's capturing that information inside your Shaklee Share app, and you can do that. And again, some more posts and story flows. And then last but not least, you're going to see, again, the DMO, but you're going to say there's posting and things, ideas. And these are just to get you started on your business for the first 7 days. There's some stories you can share and different things. And we'll be updating these with our folks as well as time goes on, with different stories of what Shaklee has done for them, right? Like I just used, you guys, my first Shaklee check for things, and I traveled to Arizona to be able to attend an entire parent weekend with my husband's daughter, Madison, and it paid for the flights and it paid for the hotels and everything. So that's something that I want to be able to post about. So that just goes over a little bit of the systems here that we have inside the app. The other thing is, inside here, you also have inside of Shout, you're going to have things like access to the Facebook groups that you're going to want to join. There's some things there that inside that app you're going to want to see. Again, that is all inside your Shout app. Now, we have recognition inside the Facebook group, and we have some ad tag message groups that you can get into. But if you look in here, you're going to look down here, and you're going to see another thing that's important is the team calendar. This has upcoming things, including what's going on next week. And these are really in motion. And so we ask for your grace as we continue to just build out our systems. And so that's the team calendar. If you are so detail oriented like me that you need a whole guide, you can go here, and there's a whole guide that's going to be an in-depth on how to start conversations and launch your business. I want to show you here though, because this really is the meat and potatoes of the Facebook groups. You see here One Team Shaklee, which is our amazing upline Sarah Robbins Facebook group. This is an amazing wealth and knowledge of information that you can search here. Then we also have Fierce Life Shaklee. which is where I was here. Let me go back. This is our team, Fierce Life Shaklee Group. This is a private group, you guys. This is not public for those that are concerned about just publicly being, open yet about launching their business or just looking for a private, safe place. It has recognition and some things in here that are amazing and all kinds of celebrations you can see there for folks that are moving up the career path. And so that is also really awesome to be able to do. The other thing that I want to point your direction to is there's some other things in here, including a price list. Now, this is an American price list, but this will give you some pricing and PV, points of value, so that you can look out the things if you're plotting your business. There's also here an amazing system that I love, and this is again from Sarah Robbins' One Team Shaklee, and they have put a Google Doc together of all the list of recorded opportunity shares. So maybe I have a millennial leader that I want to be able to share. And you see right here, it tells you who has shared. And so these are opportunity shares with Roger or other folks. And there's magazines, publishers, former financial advisors. And these are wonderful because this would mirror someone. So if I see someone that is a millennial and I want to send them something they'd identify with in an op share, then I have that if they're not on a live opportunity share or anything else as a last resort. I could say, well, I have a 30-minute, opportunity event that's recorded. If I sent you the link, would you watch it, right? And if they say yes, then you can do that. That's a last resort. Live is always better, right? Either it's over coffee or over Zoom or on one of our op shares weekly. But as a last resort, sometimes even I was too busy. I couldn't even get on anything. The other thing is this comp plan cheat sheet. This is important. This will tell you exactly, well, what do I need to be a director? What is the average income of a director? What are the qualifications all the way up to the end? And so that just gives you guys a little bit around our sharing. And, I just want to be able to say that we have people live inside the Shout app. You can DM Amy inside Shout. You can DM me, Corey Cassidy, inside the Shout app. And this will be great because that will literally give you the opportunity to have someone reach out to you if you are stuck and you can't, get past a step. We don't want you to get stuck in these systems. We've tried to make this easy and duplicatable because I can work a 60-hour-a-week day job and still build a team by sending these links and systems. And if I can do that, anyone can do that. You don't have to be super knowledgeable. This is the system drives the success.